All righty then. My work here is done. Agendas.
I messed up and didn't put a secretary's report on there, but that's an easy fix.
Your secretary should have caught that.
What do you call a wreath made of $100 bills?
What?
A wreath of Franklin's.
Oh! I like that.
Don, you missed that? What do you call a wreath of $100 bills?
A wreath of $100 bills?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There you go. A wreath of Franklin's.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Whoa.
Oh, good.
Well,
Was that a tail twister?
Yeah,
Would it cost me $2?
first vice district governor, you know.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good.
It's nice to see you and not on a screen.
Yeah, for a
Yes.
change, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Place looks much different than last time I was here.
Uh-oh. That was your name badge, I
I think
think.
it fell on your back.
It sure did.
How convenient.
I don't know what it was.
It was my name tag. I started to take it off because we had a meeting today. I was like, no, I've got my work somewhere.
I feel like a slacker not wearing my vest now.
That's
You got a
why
shirt
we
on,
did
that's
it.
impressive.
That's why we did it, Don. We knew you were coming. We all secretly
Just up for
decided to
me.
wear a vest except.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate the gesture.
No, I just got tired of trying to find my name tag, so I just wanted to start wearing my vest all the time.
What was the final score of that game?
Well, I need to get a new vest sometime.
Let me know when you want it.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Well, okay, you didn't have anything on the back of yours, mine doesn't, because some of them have links for Lions Club on the back.
I can probably order it with that.
Oh, you're going to raise after next year.
We can see. Brian, you have a vest?
Yeah, great picture.
yes,
You must have saw
there's one
that
hanging in
thing.
my closet, and I have my mom's hanging in the closet too.
Pete, you have a vest?
That's the last pecan money for 720.
Oh, okay.
Sure going to be catered.
Got Thank you very much.
From way back.
And he ordered
I mean, I think
2 more cases of pieces.
I may have ordered
today.
mine at the same time I ordered.
Okay.
I can't believe that's like
Mine's different than
22
hers.
cases, 23 altogether. They'll be going on their own next year.
Very possibly.
You should take it to or whatever, it is, take the vest and.
I'm sure it must cost, I'm sure it costs more, but Lawrenceville on the back of it.
Yeah, except in some of them, Lawrenceville Lions Club on the back.
Yeah,
Mine doesn't.
no, because I ordered this from the LCI shop, so, yeah, I can't remember, the lettering was kind of pricey to do. Have
Yeah, I would
have them
think,
do it.
yeah.
I'd rather find
Because
somebody local.
some of the old members have been around for a long time, you know, they had them, but the one I got didn't.
Maria's probably has it.
Hers has, the other collections.
Yeah,
All right.
Well, and you can't get the other vests now, you can only get those kind of.
Mm-hmm. So I've got a couple friends that do embroidery.
With the new emblem,
Oh, right.
the colors are also when you get.
how was your meetings today?
It was good.
Good,
It was good. All good stuff.
good.
Yeah, I'm glad Holly showed up.
Very good. Made it so much, but, well, it was a blessing and a curse, because, yeah, she can have pricing me by Friday, but we also have to give her a head count on Friday, so it's like, it'll be a bit tight.
That's a stupid question, but when's our last golf meeting?
It was
We already, I think we already had it.
last week.
When?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Well, I
But,
couldn't get logged in. Nothing came. I was like trying that, because I had it on the calendar for last Tuesday.
Depending
So I
on,
sat down, it was all set,
well,
and I just couldn't make it go.
That's all right.
depending on
It's all your
how,
fault.
it probably is.
Just like at my house.
Well, we've debated whether or not we need to have a call or something next week, just to nail, because that's,
Yeah, I tried them, but nothing, I couldn't make it go any which way.
yeah.
But I had it on the calendar.
Well, next time text me. I'm just a text away.
Yeah, well,
I got
I guess
home.
I just got frustrated.
We hit 99 golfers.
Yay.
I saw the two, yeah.
2 more come in. Well,
They're-
it came
they're
over at
first
6,
responders, right?
and then I'm like, called the guy, I'm like, okay, are you holding spots for 2 more people? Because you registered as a foursome, then you registered as a twosome. What are we doing? He goes, yeah, my buddy screwed up. We're just a twosome. I'm like, okay, I'll get rid of the other one. No problem. So yeah, we're, and I've got the one guy, the public safety officer that I still have to put in the system, that'll put us at 99. So.
Good trial.
Well, we're
We
getting,
had
we're getting there.
104 last year, so
I'm still shooting for 120.
I'm
I'm still shooting for 144, but
good.
realistically.
What is it?
A week from Monday.
You
And
bring
we
it-
have to turn in the head count Friday, so, you know, it's, you know, a biggie.
But Bill got us, we can turn it up to 20 more.
True. Bill's the best.
Yes.
If you're vaccinated, what, 156?
No, 144 is our count.
144.
Mhm. For a full.
But in fairness to the club, they had some unique constraints as to why we needed to be put out in 10 days.
Oh, yeah. It's no big.
That's understandable.
At least he didn't want the tee sheet Friday. I think I lost it. I've been crying,
Oh, yeah.
because that's a whole other little X.
Nobody wants to be up to 13, you know?
Yeah.
Well, somebody will.
Exactly.
Well, even if we get to 120, somebody might not. There'll be a few holes that won't. That'll be
Yeah,
empty,
we're
right?
at 120, we might be able to do that.
We'd have 6 holes that wouldn't tee off.
Yeah, so we could potentially do that.
So are we supposed to leave 13 blank if we had a superstition?
It depends on how brain dead I am as I'm clicking the little buttons in the system to assign holes. Because the system will, right now, it's everybody registers, everybody's on hole number 1, T-spot number 1. Yay! So I literally, if I want to use their T-sheet, I have to go in and change the groups and turn them around. Then I've got to figure out who my missing teams are and plug them together. It's fun.
Anybody watch much of that record stuff? It was something.
USA won.
They killed
Yeah.
them. That golf course is a bear.
Yeah.
On Lake Michigan.
Oh, man. No, thank you.
2 days had a wind blowing at least 20 miles an hour.
Harold Ford made a comment that it's amazing what 4 gifted athletes, what a golf team can do when they all work together.
Something's on the screen.
It says all your files are at your fingertips. Can't you see them?
Well, no,
What makes a Ryder Cup unique is like in the morning they do what they call forcing, where it's all in a shot. They get 4 matches of that.
Oh, wow.
And in the afternoon, they play 4 ball, which is every guy plays 3 ball.
Yeah.
That's the best score.
Best score, yeah.
You know, they do that on Saturday as well. Then Sunday is the 12 singles matches.
This is crazy.
But Friday, I don't think any of the matches went for the 18th hole.
Wow.
The United States just killed them.
Well, they were up by 10 or so on Saturday.
They had 6-2 at the end of the first day. It was 9-3, I think it was, in Saturday. So they didn't need a whole lot. maybe 14.5 to live. You know, 19 is the highest score they ever got. I'm so old. I remember it used to be just, yeah, sticking
Yes.
quicker than
There
I.
is a Facebook group called the World of Calvin and Hobbes. If
Pretty good.
you are not a member, you need to be.
Okay,
I have found so much joy in the people just posting just different strips and, you know, their favorite fruit. And
nice.
it's like, there's so many I've never seen or,
Yeah,
you know,
Calvin and
I
Hobbes.
love Calvin. Apparently there's several groups out there. This one is the World of Calvin and Hobbes.
I think it's so long, is that with the comic strip?
It was a comic
Oh, yeah.
strip, and he stopped, I think, in the 80s. And so
Yeah, he just quit.
well, he gave up, like, he walked away. They were actually talking about that today on the group. Somebody found the recording of the controversial commencement speech he gave
Top
in
10.
like 89, talking about the decline of comics and, you know, this and that. But he was, it was just reading some
Was
of
it that long ago, 89 that he quit? Because, you know, I have the book
Mhm.
where he tells a story about going around and shopping his cartoons in the beginning. And he said he'd been to a bunch of publishers, nobody would see him, and he dropped off, and he only had one portfolio. And somebody said, well, let me take your portfolio, and it's like, and so he had to come back to ask for
Yeah.
it. And the guy, and
Yes.
the person in the lobby says, sit right here, Mr. So-and-so will be right down to see you.
I have always loved Calvin and Hobbes. I don't know what it is about it. I love it.
Yeah.
When you have
Cannonball through the snowman.
And there's, well, the whole thing, somebody even said it the other day, they said, if somebody says they're a Calvin and Hobbes fan, and they have no idea what Calvin ball is, I don't even bother, I don't even talk to them.
No.
I'm like, I really wish, honestly, in all the compilations they put out, he's never done the book of Calvin Ball. I wish they would, in the order that they published, the official book of Calvin Ball.
Maybe you should do it.
So it's like, because he never, it was always kind of random when that would come into play. But that was my childhood. You can't do that. No, that's not second base, that's second base. Or no, I'm invisible. You can't, I can't, you know, everybody changed the rules. Yeah, only on Tuesdays, you know. And the kids we played with, that was exactly what happened all the time.
See, I didn't become a fan until, I think, after he quit.
Yeah.
And then to see the snowmen,
Oh,
you know, like the dad pulls in the driveway and he goes,
yeah. There's just, like I said, there's always something about that.
and
Well, they've been
But-
to Blue County too.
and Gary Trudeau, the far side.
Dennis,
Oh, that was on Doonesbury, the early
Dennis
Doonesbury
Menace.
was good too.
Sorry?
Dennis Menace.
Oh, yeah.
the family circle.
Oh, yeah, well, of course, you can't
Oh,
leave,
yeah.
you can't
She was
leave,
pregnant.
you're forgetting the one great comic,
Lopez.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Garfield.
I have one.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Garfield's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I had
That's good stuff.
Let's go with that.
one of my favorites is
The greatest.
John and,
I still, in my
What's the dog's name?
head.
Odie. Go to a restaurant,
I
right?
can't think of the guy's name, but he's working
And
at Sears.
John motions
Sears
the
lost in
waitress over,
Family. So he says,
damn,
I seem to have
not
lost
potato, it's
my
bad, it's
ability.
baked potato.
You happen to have it?
The waitress
He's like,
picks up the plate and goes,
and he goes on this long diatribe about, oh, listen, and the guy about the
yeah, if you have any more trouble with your potato, you let me know.
Yeah, PC too, that was, some of that was
I
cool.
lost my marble.
Yep.
And that's,
See, I had to pull it up, the name was familiar, but I couldn't picture it.
That's it. Stopped at 87.
So, yeah, it's,
Yeah, that's one
it
of that.
was, I actually, we were talking about the movie Secondhand Lions not too long ago. At the end of the movie, if you ever go back and watch the credits, because Walter becomes an illustrator, he
Right,
creates,
yeah.
was it Walter and Jasmine? That's all, it's all in his artwork, because I'm watching these, and I'm like, and then one
I did not know that.
cell comes up, and the minute I see it, I'm, it's Bloom County, that's Bloom County, that's Bloom County. I just knew the art, and I'm like, oh, so I had to watch the whole thing.
That movie was so perfect. Josh Lucas was perfect as the adult illustrator,
Yes,
you know.
I love that movie. And now I gotta watch it again. I've already watched it twice.
This is dinner.
You bought me dinner?
No, dinner, tail twister, and my, the next 4 dips.
Oh, I thought he gave you a 20. That was
No.
slick.
I'm like, that's some new math right there. It's a 40, it's 40.
Okay.
But no, I was just like, maybe do math in my head. It's like, thank you, sir.
We have some other members that have done that kind of math. I mean,
Why should he be the first?
when you get a chance, I'll take it.
Well, 10. It was.
Do give that to Catherine
Tip and
Throw money
road.
around?
for dinner.
Still wondering.
$10?
Yes, somebody I know that knows that reference. That is
What's
my
it?
favorite from BC. These, the two guys walk down the beach and they see a clam get up in his legs, and all of a sudden they look at each other and he goes, "Clams got legs!" And it's just the dumbest thing, but that was a thing when I was.
Oh, thanks.
I know it was a tail twister at least 10 bucks.
I love it, yeah. Oh, my God. Dip and road. All right, wait a minute. You gave me.
I give you a 20, so 10 whenever you get a chance.
There you go.
Oh,
There,
man.
got a
That was
chance.
easy.
I got a chance.
So, okay, give this to,
Mm-hmm.
this is for tail twister.
That was a couple for shipping.
Is that,
So we could never go on vacation until.
Are we taking over dinner money?
Right?
yeah.
Yes,
It's in the middle of the
So
winter.
that's tail twister.
For you or for Don?
For Don.
All 10?
Is it all 10? What is it? Okay.
Well, I
So
figured
it's
unless
past
you're
the-
at least that much.
That was-
Because, you know, on these virtual meetings,
Well,
they can't give you
Since
the
we've been
money.
meeting on Zoom, it's like nobody's been able to pay up.
Yeah.
This is your
That's
dinner?
my dinner money.
You can't handle this much money since pecans.
I know, right? It's making my head hurt.
One of the things we look most forward to
Mhm.
was the Sunday Tribune Journal Sunday paper.
How many are you expecting tonight?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
8.
We
They're
didn't have
here.
mobile, of course, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
I guess we're all here then.
We're all, the gang's all here. And you
got.
got 2 minutes, Mr. President.
yes.
I got 3.
Where's
Yeah,
Ryan, by the way?
like I said, and it was Parkside.
Ryan has been a busy beaver. He may jump on here, I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody, hey, look at that closed captioning coming up there.
No. I love it, I love the things like Colin Thompson, Farside, and all that, just, you know, people still, it's still.
I did
like-
not say I love you.
Of course.
Where did they get that? It's putting words in my mouth.
Hmm?
It's putting words in my mouth I did not say.
Oh,
One far side, I remember first.
Sorry.
There's a man and woman, they're like kind of dressed like they're on safari in shorts, and they got safari guys, and they're kind of facing each other, and the woman's standing there and she says, "Is it still there?" Or I guess that's what she just said, and the guy's got a stick, and it's like, he's holding it up there, but and on the woman's back, there's this huge giant bug, as big as she is.
Oh, jeez.
And he said, "Not only is it still there, look what it did to my stick." And you see part of the stick is in the bug's mouth, and she's just standing there like,
Don't move. I love it.
I like the one where they're sitting on, the 2 fishermen are sitting on the lake in a boat. And beautiful mountains around them, and then the background on the other side of the mountains is a big nuclear mushroom cloud.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what it means, Jeff, no limits.
Yeah.
I guess for Bill and I, the one we always reference is the Midvale School for the Gifted. Trying to open the door that says pull, and I do that far too often. Pull him. That, what was the other, what's my other one? Oh, my absolute all-time favorite that made it into our everyday vocabulary is the scene down the hall, and you're looking into the laundry room, and the dryer door is open with a sign that says cat fud, CATFUD, and an arrow. And then there's signs down the hall, and the cat's at the end of the hall, like coming this way, and he's got arrows pointing, and the dog's behind the dryer going, "Please, oh please." Oh, please."
You know, there's some real life TikToks that rival that sort of thing.
Well, you know, but that was, you know, early, before TikTok, I just remember seeing that, and I was like, oh, that's funny.
Well, Don was telling us the story when we walked in, that he had a friend that went camp, we were telling camping stories. Oh, and he said a bear licked him awake one day.
Yeah, this one guy, he slept out on the ground, and everybody else slept on the tent.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to the second meeting of September here at the Lawrenceville Lions Club. My name is Brian Donegan. I'm president. Great to see everyone on this fall evening. Before we get going with our meeting, I would like to invite Dawn to lead us in the pledge, and Lion Catherine lead us in the invocation. Please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bow your heads, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather together, be with those that could not be here in person, bring them back safely to meet with us soon. We ask a blessing on the food that's being prepared, and they keep our thoughts and minds focused on the tasks at hand as we strive to serve this community. In Christ's name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Next up is agenda approval. I have 2 items to add that got left off. One is the secretary's report, and a piece of new business. Just a basic approval of a Christmas party there at the bottom. Anybody else have any additions? If not, I'll take a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed signify by saying no. The motion carries and the agenda is approved. Lion Tom, our tail twister, do you have a question for us tonight?
I do. And everybody pony up if you haven't already. There's $2 tonight. For tonight, imagine that you could go backwards or forwards in time. Which would you choose? How far would you go? And why? Bill, you want to take a shot at that?
Me first. Guess probably to about November 22nd, 1995.
This is gonna be good, I'm sure.
I know what it is.
So try to leave the house without the family asking where we're going so I can propose to my wife.
Your name's Star. I was like, wait, where were we at that point? I thought it
Like
was gonna be,
every time I try to go, where you guys going? Can we go?
oh, that sounds like fun, let's all go. Yeah, it's hysterical. Family trip, it was great.
I like that.
Actually, I thought you were gonna say it was the day that we were trying to get to the airport and you had stopped me from hiding the ring from me. I knew where he had my engagement ring hidden. So I moved it, just to screw with it. Where is it?
Oh, you're mean.
What did you do with it? What?
Oh, Catherine.
Well, how about you, Catherine? What would you do?
It's a toss up.
You too, it's for
I know, I want to do one, but, I I think mine would be 6.5 years of that. And just go back and spend the last 6 months with my grandmother. More than I did. I was a caregiver, but it just,
Yeah.
if I had it to do over, I'd probably do it a little differently. If we get to know what we know now, so.
How about you, Brian?
I would probably go back to, the winter, of 1994. Somehow get my parents the information that, that the school system was changing the clusters. I was living near Annistown at the time, but the cluster for the special ed program for the visually impaired was central. So I was, 1 hour bus rides every day, to and from. My parents had the good idea to move into the central cluster, so that wasn't a thing anymore, and the county moved the cluster to Parkdale.
Checkmate.
Yeah. So every day, from kindergarten to 12th grade, I had at least 2 hours, if not 2.5, on a bus, breathing in those fumes, and no social life. I have no idea what that would do to the space-time continuum, though.
How many times did you sing the wheels on the bus go round and round?
Too many times.
So the smell of diesel fuel in the air bring special meeting or?
It led to illness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least once a semester I'd have a sinus infection.
Oh, man.
Yep.
How about you, Steve?
You gotta watch all that, because you hate to change history,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Otherwise, I'd like to go back to the guy on board Titanic.
Ooh.
Yeah. Dude, just slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow down.
Oh,
I mean, if I had it to do over, probably just simpler times, just as a kid, just reliving those. You know, I was telling her about we couldn't go on vacation until the lakes froze, and my great aunt and uncle owned one of the beach concession wagons. So you got to picture 3 young boys cooked up in a car for 2.5 days. You can imagine what mom and dad were like. But we always seemed to get there right about noon. And there was nothing better than getting out of that car on the beach, and then making foot-long chili dogs and snow cones.
Oh, yeah.
And there still is nothing like them to this day.
Where's Ormond Beach?
North of Daytona. It's one of the beaches there.
Yeah, next town north of.
I missed it. So I thought you said you couldn't go on vacation until the lakes froze.
Right, we're from northeastern Ohio.
Oh, okay.
My dad was a comptroller for a shipping dock. So as long as the ships could get through, he had to work.
Right.
Once it froze,
So over, take some
You
time
could head to
off.
Florida.
which is great, in the middle of school year, we were 2 weeks in Florida. Of course, you come back to the top of your ears, you're all sunburned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was sick.
So were you in Northeast Ohio when the Cuyahoga caught fire?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm from a little town, but halfway between there and Erie, called Ashtabula.
Oh.
And I'll tell you a real quick story on that. Anybody know who Warren Smith is?
Football
Yeah.
player?
Well, he was a sideline reporter for the Bulldogs.
University of
And
Georgia.
every time Larry Bledsoe goes, Warren, what do you got?
Warren, what do you got?
And, well, Larry, he was just this old country boy from South Georgia. Well, there used to be a Shoney's in Athens, and all the big money about business people would meet there for breakfast. And our Lions Club used to meet there, it was Athens West. So we saw him on the way out one day, we just got to talking to the guys or whatever, and he forgot to do the waiters. We got to talk about where we're from. He says, well, now I know how Ashton, you know the guy that's Spain. Of course, they're going, I don't know, what's some Georgia boy know this. So apparently there's this Indian chief, and he had two wives, Esther and Beulah, and he slept facing Esther.
That's two.
Oh, man.
So there's a good.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And if you've been at any other club, First District Governor Steve, I'm sure they'd have fined you for each one of those jokes.
Oh, my goodness.
That's possible.
That was pretty good.
How about you, Don?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I think that's kind of morbid in a way, but I think I would go back in time to when I was about 8 years old. I don't know exactly. And the day when I decided to climb up into the barn up on the rafters, that I wish I had gone back in time and not done that.
Oh,
Because I fell and had a severe head injury, and I'm still legally blind my whole life because
Because
I fell and
oh,
hit my head.
wow.
Well,
So I wish I had gone and done something else. but,
Fair enough.
but it might have kept me from getting killed in Vietnam or something. Who knows?
Okay.
it's a whole lot of history, you never know.
Yeah. So,
How about you, Pete?
I often reminisce and think about my days in the armed services. I was in the Air Force for 4 years, and I was able to go to Japan. I was also fortunate enough to be stationed in South Georgia with my first duty station. And I just wish sometimes I'd have spent 20 years or so in the service and been able to see more of the world, been able to travel a little bit more, but it is what it is.
it is what it is.
All right. All right, back to you, President Brian.
Thank you very much, Tom.
You're welcome.
And I'm going to throw it right back to you for the secretary's report.
You know, this is rather comical. I'm going to fine you $2 for this. For putting this on the agenda when we could have just left it off. So
I don't even see it on my copy.
well, remember he said, I'll entertain a motion to add the secretary's report to the agenda. So,
Well, if I might, he asked for a motion,
He did.
and then somebody seconded it.
Yep.
But nobody ever actually
Nobody
made the
actually
motion.
made the motion.
Nobody actually voted.
Technically.
So he's off the hook.
All right.
hey, I stand off the hook. Your $4 is canceled.
Okay.
Back to you, President Brian.
Thank you very much.
That's straightened out.
Andrew, how is dinner coming?
You should do it almost, I'm getting the broth cooked up in the grill with the shrimp, so not just taking the longest, since the broths are bigger than the hot dogs. You know.
Okay.
So we're going to make,
It should be done by 7:30 though, basically.
so we're going to make First District Governor Steve speak for his dinner.
Oh, you are?
Make him speak first and earn his dinner.
Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah, but I should be done by 7:30, I'm just having the broths cooked a little bit, because, you know, so you have to let it cook for a bit, so yeah. And it smells good there outside.
All right. Once a year, we are blessed with a visit from a member of the district governor team. District governor, first vice district governor, second vice district governor. And this year, our visit is from our first vice district governor, Steve Helwig. He's been a Lion since 1986. So he's done pretty much everything that you could do as a Lion. He gave me a biography, and it's almost like a novel. But what he's most proud of is the amount of times that he's earned the golden chain. And as Steve says, That's the one way you really know if you've been active as a Lion or not, if you've earned the golden chain multiple times. You know, I've known Steve for quite a while. He's, you know, very active in the Athens area. He's been active in the Leo clubs, in Learning Ally, which was our recordings for the blind and dyslexic. And he has a wonderful wife and a wonderful life. And he's about to celebrate his retirement next year. Please give a warm Lawrenceville Lions welcome to our first Vice District Governor, Steve Helwing.
Have a little chat, I'm among friends.
If you prefer to do that, we can let you do that.
Right, you can,
Can you still see?
it's completely up to you, Steve.
I figured we could just, more like a chat. You know what I mean?
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm hanging for now.
Yeah, very good.
You just set a timer?
Fairly brief.
No worries.
Thanks for having me. I've got notes, I'm going with it, but I'm here representing the district governor team, District Governor Thompson. And trying to think how many times I've actually been out to visit this club. It's been at least 3 or 4 over the years, giving programs on different things. I had to go on that because if you look at Bing Maps or whatever it is trying to find this place, not even close. I just have to remember the sign for the park. Little thing that recessed to my brain. I'll share one thing real quick. Normally, I used to come out with my vest, and I could get fined faster than anything because of this little button I had on my vest, especially living around here. You had to get close enough to be able to see it. Mm-hmm. But when you did, it said, "God must be a gator too, because the sun is orange and the sky is blue." And that was an automatic fine, at least in this area. So our district governor outlined a number of different goals this year, and y'all do a great job of doing this. But service reporting in my LCI and my land. We're only getting about 18%, and we want it up around 61%. So, as I've been going around, I've been trying to get people talking and doing this. He obviously wanted to get positive membership growth. He mentioned he wanted to get us up to 1,250 by the end of this year. That's a little adventurous, I think, but always get down a goal to shoot for. Mm-hmm. 75% of officers trained. We've been doing this training every one of these meetings. We're doing Zoom meetings. I think we're getting pretty close to that one. And of course, we do a great job in this district of supporting LCIM. I just heard some stats the other night. I was at the Forsyth 60th, and John Castile mentioned that we are at 330% of our goal.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Yay.
fantastic.
Exactly. We talk about pledges and everything else, so we're blowing everybody else out of the water. I'm sure most of you folks are aware of NAMI. You've heard of it? Do you know what it's going to be called now?
No.
Okay, you're about to see the rollout for it. It's called GMA, the Global Membership Approach.
Okay.
It's the next generation of NAMI. And it's really the main areas of the Build a Vision program. 4 main areas: rejuvenate your club with new members, revitalize your club with new service opportunities, excel in leadership development and club operations, and share your club's achievements with your community. And you'll see a lot of information coming down about this. You'll see from a club level all the way up through international, same program. Build a team, build a vision, build success, and then build a reporting part of it. So, again, y'all are doing great with attending region and zone meetings and that type of thing, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that because y'all just do a good job of doing that. I've been asked to mention to folks a few things about what I'm thinking about for next year, so I'll spend a couple minutes on that. Obviously, I want us to continue to grow our membership so we can serve even more people. Heard a stat, every Lion on average serves 70 people as far as impact to your community. So imagine we get 5 more members, that's 350 people. You know? I want to make being a Lion important, all right? So what that means is, you've seen, and there's nothing wrong with recruiting a new member and getting their money and giving them their vest and their pin. Congratulations, you're a member, and try and get them assigned. But we want the community to look to us when there's a need. That means we also have the community look at us as that source. See what I mean? So we need to make being a Lion important. You look at the clubs overseas, I'm not sure how they do it, but there's a waiting list to become a Lion. And there are clubs where you've got to pay a progressive Melvin Jones fellowship of like up to $5,000 just to get on the list to become a member.
Wow.
Okay. And then in the United States and Canada, we've actually gone down in membership since 1984. So that to me is part of that reason. Okay. I think if we, back in the days when we had 8,000 Lions in Georgia, it was the community leaders and the civic leaders and these other folks. Being a Lion was important. I think Rotary stole a little bit of our thunder, but we do what Rotary doesn't do. So we just need to do that messaging a little bit better. I want us to focus on retention as well as recruitment. We do a great job recruiting new members and then just as fast as get out the back door. I think there's a number of reasons for that. One is I don't believe in many cases that we're doing a proper induction, giving it the ceremony it deserves. We are also not having those members go through new member orientation. Steve Williams just led one last weekend. I'm hoping to have them quarterly. I tried to do that when I was GLT year before last. And Chris Sullivan, of course, and COVID hit. But next year, every new member, in addition to the regular membership kit they get from LCI, is going to get an 18I membership kit.
Oh, neat.
It's going to have a lot of different information and things with that. It's going to have links to the lighthouse and camp and learning ally, leader dogs, and a lot of information with that part. I just think it's something that we need to do. I'm going to focus on training and education district-wide for both cabinet and club officers, as well as individual members. I was just in Jefferson last night, and I had a show of hands of how many folks had taken the course at the Lions Learning Center. I got one. I asked him who was aware of Lions University. I got none. How in the world are we supposed to increase our base of knowledge when we're not even aware of the tools that are available?
Sure.
See? And that's us on the district level failing in our jobs, right? So we're going to make sure that gets out there a lot better. I mentioned, Brian in my introduction mentioned, I am going to encourage greater participation in the Order of the Golden Chain. And I think the reason is self-explanatory. If you look at the 5 requireds and the 24 optionals, of which you have to have 11, if you qualify for Golden Chain, you have been an active Lion. You have attended at least 75% of your club meetings and board meetings. You've probably submitted a new project. Excuse me. You've gone to a camp or lighthouse board meeting. You've gone to state convention, district convention. I mean, there's a lot of different things to be involved with that, okay? But of course, the first one in order to qualify is you got to sponsor a new member. Yeah. A lot of folks don't know one of the 24 is sponsoring a different member. So if you sponsor 2,
Hey, there's
2 right there.
Yep.
Saw a stat that floored me the other day, and just since we're a small group, Does anybody know how many clubs there are in the state of Georgia?
About 200 roughly?
About 250. Okay. How many of those clubs gave to the camp last year?
Not enough.
How many Lions clubs in Georgia, on a percentage, gave to the camp last year?
17%.
Maybe 30.
It's 28.
About right.
28%. Okay, in my world, it's a requirement. A Lions Club should give at least $25 to the camp and the lighthouse every year. Okay? Yes, they are separate organizations. You can't say we own them per se, but especially the camp. You know, that's the only revenue source they've got is us. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Yeah.
if the state clubs isn't backing the state camp, I mean, what's?
It's the same thing. In the old days, it was North Georgia support the lighthouse and South Georgia support the camp,
Sure.
as opposed to this being a state project.
I was at a meeting, excuse me for interjecting. I was invited to the Hall County chapter of the Georgia Council of the Blind. They donate more money to the camp than most clubs do,
So,
and they're not a Lions Club. And they want to donate more. They just need more people to sponsor.
well, we've got this resource down there that, I mean, the camp budget's usually right around $400,000 a year, right? And it's not utilized like it ought to be. That's one thing I got a stickling point with. The camp session is only 6 weeks, but you get this. How many people have been to the camp? I know Brian has. Okay. Go once. And go for a work weekend. And by the way, next year, and I'm gonna encourage us, it goes on a rotating basis. I will be installed as district governor in Montreal late June. Lions Day is the third Saturday in July, and 18I is a host this year for Lions Day. So I'm gonna need a lot of help from 18I Lions. So if you want to have a time to go to the camp, go when the camp is there. You can do the tour and everything. It's a great way to do this.
It is.
What is the capacity of the camp? I know we're using it minimally, it seems like, just
Yes.
December and the summer, right?
Are you asking for a number of weeks or number of people that can go?
Number of people that can go at a time is about 127 a session.
Okay.
Basically, that's that's as many beds as they've got.
And we have like 3 or 4 weeks of that during the summer.
Yes.
And then a
It's not
reduced
as-
number during the December, right?
Correct. It's not as much as it used to be because summer has been compacted by the school system. And they can't do, they used to have 2-week sessions when I was a kid because summer was longer. They can't do that anymore.
But my question is, there's so much potential for this camp, a lot more capacity than what
When they're reaching out more to renters, different groups,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. The argument I've heard over the years is the revenue that you're going to get doesn't offset the wear and tear on the facilities. And that's just crap. There's no way to say it. Especially the way it is now, and the condition it's in, groups are not going to stress those facilities enough that you can't make a profit on what you're trying to do.
Right.
I mean, you've got 2 primary bunkhouses, and you got another alternate one. You got a huge dining hall, activities building, whatever. There's all these great facilities that haven't been utilized. So they're looking at ways of doing it, but we'll see how that works out. I definitely want to improve our relationship with our LEOs. I don't think we're doing this as much as we should be. They are not just the future of this association, they are tomorrow's leaders.
Yes.
When I first started bringing LEOs to the convention, state convention, I would get folks to come up to me and go, "What are those kids doing here?" And my response to them was, oh, so you've already got your replacement.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Well, you've already sponsored a new member to replace you, right? Because you've done your service. You know, I think I got the message across. I wanted to expand on a district-wide basis, and we're actually talking with the other Vice District governors about doing this as a statewide project, doing the medicine bottle recycling. All of us take at least one prescription medication.
Yep.
We're trying to keep the stuff out of the landfills, okay? And we've got sources that we can actually send these to. So it counts as an environmental project, keeps things out of the landfill. It's an easy project any club can do.
Talking about little plastic pill bottles?
The little polypropylene with white caps.
Yep.
Okay? Because when they
Throw
go
mine
to
in
the
the
recycling
recycle
center,
bin.
that little grumble thing that turns from whatever else, it slips in between them. So it goes straight in the landfill, along these little fragments. It takes 20 years to dissolve, where we can send them off to different places. Matthew 25 Ministries out of Cincinnati, where we send ours, and they sterilize and everything else, and then they use them in Africa for prescription medications. Easy project, folks.
Well, never knew.
Shouldn't be any big deal. If you're on Facebook, you see there's certain parts, especially in Massachusetts, that Lions have gotten involved in organ donation. And I think that's a service we're missing. It's an easy thing we can do, so that's one of the things I'm gonna start pushing. Okay? A lot of us have it on our driver's license or whatever, but you can actually get little pins made, and again, another easy thing. One of the big ones, I'm gonna ask all the clubs to give me their annual calendar as soon as they have a program. What that means is your service projects, your fundraisers, right? Send them into the district. We're gonna have a master calendar so that clubs can look in advance and see, oh, I can help them with that. Or I can go attend that.
Yeah,
Or whatever,
we
you
need
know.
that desperately.
Yes.
It's insane,
Yeah.
you know? The Madison County Fair is, what, in the middle of next month? And there's clubs all around it. And nobody ever goes and volunteers and helps them.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all getting a little bit smaller or whatever else, so why not help each other out?
You got the
It's
Georgia
like
Mountain Fair
promoting
Sure.
up there in Hiawassee.
it.
How about a repository, or whatever you want to, a library of projects with
Ideas.
documentation, ideas, and how to.
So we're doing it.
Because I'm sure that all the clubs have something, you know. Some have better documentation than others.
Right.
But why not share that? No, I would hate to see it lost.
Right? Well, we have all this great knowledge of things, you know. Why reinvent the wheel?
Right.
It's already been done, and yeah, let's figure it out. One of my big initiatives, many of you know, I'm retired as an optician. Okay, I've been involved with eyes since 1985, one form or another. This is I can see a lot of different benefits from all this. We need to refocus our purpose as Lions on the eye and diabetes. Okay? I want to educate my fellow Lions about the different conditions of the eye, not getting deep into the weeds, but especially like with diabetes, what it does to their eye if it's untreated, you know, that type of thing. This is an example all the time. It was just a couple months ago. We were in Target, and I saw this little Hispanic girl in a shopping cart, and I was watching her eye turn it in, and I stopped the mom. I said, "You had that child's eyes checked. Are you saying there's something wrong with my kid?" No, not per se, but that's not normal. Have you had their, you know, her eyes checked? No. They sure got done. You know, if we don't catch that,
Sure.
by the time they're 6 years old, that eye's gone. Sir.
We were going through and doing our golf tournament, and I've been using LinkedIn heavily to target, and it occurred to me that perhaps we should reach out to opticians and optometrists and stuff for membership in Lions to build a synergy there.
Correct.
Yes.
Is that a viable thought?
Yes.
How would we, any thoughts on how we would approach them with a 1 or 2 sentence to get their attention?
Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's just part of our profession,
Okay,
you know? You're wanting to help people out, yeah, you're in this for a profit, however, in Athens, we have a Vision Athens program. And I went to the optometrist and ophthalmologist, and most of them, you hear from me, but ophthalmologists and optometrists are supposed to donate an exam or 2 a month. They really are, okay? So if they're charging these clubs for these exams, they're just, they're not being true to their profession. But the opticians, especially the frame kit program now, the Lighthouse, and this is a no-brainer, folks. And these people signed up. Each club can have their own criteria about when you get approached, let's say it's community connection or whatever, hey, I need glasses, you get a phone call.
Yeah.
You know, well, you look at the criteria that your club set, and then you have this pool of resources that you give them a voucher, and you send them to there for an exam, and that optician for the fitting, you fax the order to the Lighthouse. And then the Lighthouse makes the glasses and sends them back to the client. The client takes them back to the optician for adjustments. The club gets a bill. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
The club has saved money because you're only getting, what, 35 for single vision, 45 for bifocals.
Yeah.
You know, we're not utilizing that as much as we should either. I've had this running argument with the Lighthouse with this whole mobile vision clinic thing. God, the cost benefit analysis is upside down. If you get these clubs to do it in their own areas, you're gonna get more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
And the doctors don't have to leave their own offices.
Yeah.
well, we already made the adjustment in our giving protocol to we're gonna focus on the vision. Is that the way you said it? Was exactly?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow it had to be connected to vision.
Mhm.
Well, we have a lot of different good initiatives and all, but I think if you ask people in the community what we're known for, right?
Right.
It's, well, they gave my grandfather a pair of glasses, or
Sure.
they helped this person with surgeries.
Good.
I think the Lighthouse only did 35 surgeries last year. You know, a lot of COVID, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Stupid code.
the other big part of that, and the clubs have lost focus of this part, is White Cane Days. The clubs aren't doing White Canes anymore. And 100% of that money is what is used for eye surgeries.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna start promoting that again as well. So there's a lot of things.
Really, yeah, great stuff.
But I'm in the process now of trying to get all my positions filled. So if you have an area of passion, please let me know, and I'll make sure to get you included. And look forward to us having a great year. And
Yes.
I'm a phone call or email away. Pick my brain, whatever. I don't know the answer. I'll find out. I'm not gonna say I know everything, but I know I should ask the right person. So there's
That's
something
half the
like that.
battle.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're a little slow getting information to the website.
Sorry.
District 18I seems a little slow getting information to the website.
Yes, sir. We've had a number of challenges this year. And I hope you guys received the email about the cabinet meeting date being changed.
Yes, it's the 30th.
Okay. Yeah, I found that out.
Don't show up.
Well, and I wasn't aware of it. So Angela and I scheduled a vacation for last week in October. So I've already had to tell Thompson, I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Because we got family we're going to see. But thanks again for inviting me, and we'll see y'all again soon.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave you with one thing.
Yes, Steve?
So there's a line from 34C that posted this, and I just love it, so I'm gonna share it from them. We need to connect. Okay. C, communicate the Lions story wherever possible. Newspaper, social media, Facebook, verbal, whatever. Okay. O, look for opportunities to showcase the club. Wear our shirts. You You know, those that are still working, make sure you're wearing your pins and display the logo. And recruit new members and work toward membership growth. On the other end, consider new service projects. Pull the community. What does the community need that Lions can provide? E, plan exciting meetings, invite guest speakers, have fun. One of the things I'm gonna do next year, we're gonna have fun.
I love fun.
Okay? These cabinet meetings are gonna have themes and,
Awesome.
you know, I'm gonna find out. Clubs are gonna know in advance. In order to find out, the rest of you get to show up, but we're gonna have some fun. Because I hate going to these meetings that I've been to for all these years, and we got the agenda, and we're listening to the same people talking. Yeah, yes, it's gotta get done, but
Yeah.
there's no reason why it has to be done a certain way. You know? C, engage in compassionate community service. When I've been meeting these, or making these club visits, the number of Lions that can relate to me that our 5 initiatives is sad, how low it is. Goes back to our education, okay? Training is the T for officers and members. Leadership development seminars and district meetings are good ways for members to learn about Lions and be actively involved in their club. And another T is take action. Continue to grow, engage in service project, develop leaders, be the club that people can rely on. And I'll stop there.
Thank you, Steve. Now that dinner is ready, I'm going to suggest that we get our plates, and then we'll continue after that point. I'll bring the bell and the gong over here, and we can continue.
I saw a stat the other day, it said
What's that?
What?
1 of 2 people
That's
don't know they have
this
diabetes.
teams.
I'm trying to get in here. Can that get me in? Is that part of
I
that?
don't know if I have enough breath.
Go ahead and get in.
I'm trying to get checked
I
in.
told the story the other day. It's been a long time ago now. We had a
Bear with
early
me.
30s black woman. Came in, routine eye exam, somewhat nearsighted, single vision, no big deal. About a month later, she called up, said, I can't see.
Doing well, doing well. At my lunch.
That makes any sense. She picked it up, she could see.
Yeah.
Great. Came in, checked her. She'd gone from nearsighted to farsighted. Want to know if she never had her sugar checked. She said,
Wow.
what's that? And we went ahead and stuck her finger. 660. It took her 8 months to
Well, we'll find out.
get it back to where it's supposed to
Man,
Certainly.
scary, isn't it?
be.
It's
Yes.
just scary.
Our guest is always.
Yes.
Worse.
Yes, yes, now we have.
I'll do it. Thanks again for the call.
And we have a flip bomb on the skewer. And then we have.
All right, where'd he go? Come here, Pete.
We have the babies, then we have the sandwiches. So we have drugs.
Yes.
Did you go to plates and stuff?
Yeah, in the cabinet, this is lines, all that stuff is lines and all.
Because we looked in there, because I got some, I didn't know you were.
Oh,
so we got
no,
plenty.
we've had them, we put them in there from whatever last thing we
I
had.
guess,
Didn't stockpile.
oh, I thought they cleaned us out.
No, the stuff that was more, we had put up in that cabinet.
By the way. Can't get out there, go.
Okay.
We lost them, they're the same pattern.
Same kind of lock, but it's on the outside, so we can't open it up and get out. So if we gotta get in, we gotta come in the back.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Unlock that.
After you, sir.
Catherine,
Sir.
if you see somebody over there, we should tell them that's not a good deal. If there was a fire,
Oh, yeah,
I don't think somebody thought that through.
yeah. Well, and it could be that there's work on the deck that needs to be done before they can, it's safe to traverse on.
Yeah.
That could very well be it.
That's what I'm thinking, I'm wondering if it does look safe.
All right.
Can you shrimp?
No. I will.
Oh, poor thing.
I know. I know. What stops me, I love oysters.
You're allergic to shellfish? That's not right. That's
It's not right.
No.
It's an allergy I developed, which sucked even more.
You should see somebody about that.
I did. She said, don't eat it. Big enough later.
What's the deal with the drip?
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I know. Well, it wasn't until, it was after Bill and I got married. It's just, it's more of a, my gallbladder decided we don't like it anymore. Went a little overboard one night when it was 25-cent oyster, shrimp, and wing night. And thought I was dying, and I was having a gallbladder attack, and my doctor's like, "You're an idiot. Don't do that."
What's that mean? What's that mean?
Thanks for doing this.
No, I learned my lesson. We went to dinner one night. We were at either the Hyatt Regency, or someplace downtown. There's Sundial, or fancy. They had steamed mussels as an appetizer. And they served one, I was like, I don't care. If I die tomorrow, it'll be worth it. And Bill looked at me, saw that bowl, and went, I know the road I'm walking. He said, I don't want to hear it. I'm like, I promise I will cry quietly.
Good.
Drove down there with that.
Mhm.
There's a long line of people outside the.
After spending 3 years at the coastal, I developed,
You're in Florida. What are you doing?
I'm thinking about shrimp, because most people tend to Hoover.
What was the name of the place that Jason and Mary took us to in Daytona?
Pete, show me
Friends that go to
the
Daytona
email
Beach
that I
every year
sent
for
you
vacation.
for the meeting.
Love it there. And there's a restaurant, Riptides. They always got, they took us to Riptides.
think there was
We got
about a
to-
week ago.
It was really-
Right,
That's called the North Turn.
Mhm.
show me that email, pass that.
I can find it.
Which is right there. And then harder down the hatch, whether it's. It comes right above.
Okay.
Wasn't in the newsletter,
It's
was it?
actually where exports may
no.
come off the beach.
Mm-hmm.
on the hill.
Good hill.
That's a great place to just. It's not great for summer, but it's the
I sent one yesterday, didn't I?
whole door slide.
Pete, there should have been one yesterday.
Ocean's right there. Yeah.
I don't remember getting one yesterday. Got your newsletter.
Yeah, that was the first.
There was one before the newsletter,
Yeah, we never
Time
had.
I've ever been.
one that, either Sunday night or Monday morning.
You know, like, more.
Got your, thank you for the account flyer. There's your newsletter right there on 23 hours ago, so it was last night.
Well, we only went out that one night, the rest of the time we just.
Yeah, we stayed pretty close to home because we were. Couldn't beat the view.
Question, would you like to continue eating or, and then go back in or just, you know, have a working
One,
rest
I
of the
had to go
meeting?
way back and get it.
I'm good either way, Brian.
Yeah, we could proceed.
All right,
On the 21st.
Just means I have to stop eating.
Let me see.
all right.
So do I take a bite? Because I know it's gonna be me.
Yeah, it is gonna
It's
be
gonna be
you.
me.
Yes.
So I better stop.
All right, well, first, a big thank you to Andrew
Yes.
for doing this dinner tonight. It's delicious, you did a great job. Next on our agenda, is golf tournament, update. Lion Catherine.
Today, Tom, Bill, and myself went and met with the folks at Trophy Club of Appalachia. We got several items mailed down as far as timelines and special requests, things we're going to need, where we're going to set up. We're going to move registration this year. We're not going to be on the back patio. We're actually going to be right there near the bag drop, so it'll be very visible. So when everybody pulls up to drop their bags, registration's right
It'll be in
there.
front.
In the front, yeah, right there on the circle when they're driving around.
Very good. Very
So
good.
we'll be there. Then we'll move operations, after everybody's off, to the back. But the high points are, they are going to be able to do breakfast for us, which was great news.
Right.
So I'm waiting on, it's going to be a choice of biscuit and coffee will be available to the golfers. And then we'll have a pulled pork barbecue lunch with 2 sides for the luncheon. They have graciously donated a round of golf for a foursome. And after kind of jokingly talking about it, I think we ended up being fairly serious, unless I misinterpreted. What we thought would be a great idea is to come up with, since we're giving these 30-ounce polar tumblers as our trophies, they're engraved, so it's, if you want to put them on a shelf, you can, or if you want to take it to your buddies and make sure the logo's turned right while you're drinking, it's fun. Either way. But in contrast, we're going to give an award to the team with the highest score, and Holly, the owner's wife, suggested red Solo cups as the contrast to the really nice polar.
Yeah, man.
Customized with a Sharpie.
Customized with a Sharpie, no less. Really do it outright.
Boy.
And then, because we don't want to let them know ahead of time what the real prize is, but we're going to give the losing team, the team that comes in last place, will get a free round of golf because obviously they need more practice than anybody. To which the pro said, so you're going to bring 4 bad golfers to slow down my course time. That's your plan. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you for noticing. But we all kind of laughed about it. But yeah, we're kind of working on coming up with something to, because these guys, especially the first responders, and 80% right now of our attendees are going to be first responders. They love to have stuff to pick on. So as of today, we are at 70 first responders registered. Actually 71, because I have one I haven't put in yet, and we are at 99 total golfers. Tom's still working. We've got some people that have said they want to do a foursome, just waiting on that last little bit. And
we're getting things finalized, put in place for not only the goodie bags, but also, like I said, any last minute raffle prizes, things like that. I'll be sending out emails probably over the next couple of days, things I need help with getting out, and getting off my to-do list. One thing I do want to bring up really quick that Bill and I have talked about before, how would you guys feel? I know this tournament's already partially a service project because we're donating 72 spots to the first responders, but as it relates to the raffle specifically, since we have the Streetwise project 2 days before that, what if we tell the golfers that if they bring a canned good, they get extra raffle tickets.
I like that idea.
So it turns into a combo food drive and, but, because I know a lot of them, especially the officers, they don't carry a lot of cash, and we're gonna have more games on the course this year that will require, if they want to play the 2 Dixon golf challenges, that's gonna cost them $30. We've got the raffle tickets along with the mulligan, so it's, it's gonna be a little more of a, trying to touch for cash along the way. So I was just trying to think of an easy way, grab a canned good out of your pantry and, we'll throw some extra raffle tickets, things like that. So, definitely looking at that, so. That's all I got at the moment.
Excellent, Lion Catherine. Thank you very much. Lion Pete, pecans.
Pecans have been ordered. We expect them to be in first week in November. So everybody be aware of it. Get out there selling now. If you need some pecan sales sheets, let me know. I can email them to you, and you can print them out and cut them in half. Just a half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, so you can keep track of them that way. I think, Catherine, do you remember how many cartons we ordered? There was like 72 cartons or something like that.
65, wasn't it?
Our club or the total?
Yeah,
Our club or the total?
like 50.
Our club
48.
ordered 40 cases of halves, 9 cases of pieces.
Okay.
Total order was 72 cases of halves and 16 cases of pieces.
So today I had a call from Ariane, Atlanta, Ariane Korean Club, which they had already ordered like 22 cases the first time, and he wanted 2 more cases of pieces. So next year they'll be probably going out on their own.
As the guiding light for that club, you should say, are we wrong?
No, it's Ariane.
Okay.
I pronounce it like they do.
Okay.
Ariane.
Okay.
Pete, did you call Ellis Brothers and add 2 more cases to the order, or are we going to take it out of ours?
No, I
Order 2 more.
I sent her an email on that.
Okay, got it.
And she got the check, so I mean, it's no matter,
No, I just didn't know
Yeah.
where we were getting the pecans from. Okay.
All right. Update on Streetwise. We received the money for the LCIF grant to distribute to Streetwise. Did they get the check yet?
They have not?
Okay. Well, sometime very soon,
Yes.
Catherine will head over to do the to hand the check and that.
What's the grant for?
I'm sorry?
What's the grant for?
To help with their mobile food pantry.
They're having an event in conjunction with Anthem, And we were asked to be the conduit by LCIF in Oak Brook. And so that on the Friday before the golf tournament, they're having they're assembling everything, and Saturday morning before our golf tournament, they're actually distributing. They've got a bunch of volunteers that they're getting through Anthem. As long as we can give them a couple, they're pleased as punch. They know that we've got all sorts of stuff going on with the golf tournament and other service. We'll be in touch about that.
Has anybody got it on their calendar to attend?
Tom does.
Tom does?
And I know that Trudy is going,
Okay.
at least.
I'm a strong maybe.
Okay.
Depends if I have to pick up stuff for the golf tournament Saturday. Maybe running around.
Right.
Okay. So let's check.
Lion Catherine.
Sir.
Raffle idea for raising money for screening machines for the school the upcoming hopefully school project.
I received an email from PDG Trudy and John. They have scheduled with the principal of Norcross Elementary to do a school-wide screening with their club October 14 and 15. They have very graciously invited me to come one or both days so I can get a little more familiar with the process, see it live in action. We have also extended an invitation to Jennifer Chambers, who is the vice principal that is in charge of vision screenings or the mass screenings for the county, in hopes that she will come and observe. We hope. But as far as, I think I mentioned this at the board meeting, I've had conversations with the Georgia Swarm, the Atlanta Gladiators, and the Gwinnett Stripers. All three teams are on board with the idea of creating a VIP ticket experience. What we're talking about is doing most likely a set of 4 tickets to at least 3 games of each club. So it would be almost, not quite year round, but you could, depending on how you plan your year, you could make it happen. There's a little bit of overlap between the lacrosse and the hockey season, but other than that, include the parking passes, if we can get a VIP seat that includes food, just make it as big of a carrot as we can possibly dangle. Something that we can then take to the zones or to all of the Gwinnett County clubs, that we make it one giant raffle.
Give me your plate.
And all of that goes into one big pot, and the proceeds will specifically be to buy additional screening machines in hopes that we are about to land working with the county.
We do have that.
I'm sorry?
How many screeners do you have now?
Well, we own 1.
Good.
The Lighthouse has 3, but they could be used by anybody. The Lighthouse, John has talked to the executive director of the Lighthouse, and we are going to try to put together a grant proposal to go to LCIF to get additional funding for at least 1 machine, but at $7,000 a pop, it's going to take more than 1 grant, so.
You'll be able to-
Okay, good to know. Yeah, we really need to put together an inventory countywide. That's something I'm hoping to bring up at the zone meeting, that we need to know who has what.
Our only concern was, we've talked about blending it out some, but then what if something happened to it?
Yeah, it's hard. And my fear is if we get more than 1 school booking, and not yet, thank you, that we'll run down to the Lighthouse and they've been checked out by Cobb County, or, there's just not enough machines. So it's definitely, for the size of the project that we're looking at with Gwinnett County, it's a real possibility. And the county's buying different machines. They're not buying the spot screeners. I don't know what it is they purchased.
What's up?
So, so that's kind of where we're at with everything. I haven't, had a chance with all the golf tournament going on to reach out to any of the other clubs and start trying to pitch this to the clubs in the county. So hoping the zone meeting next month will be a good start.
Right.
How many kids are you talking about here?
Well, the problem is for this school year, they didn't screen anyone last year. So that's all of the third graders. So now this year they have to screen third and fourth grade. We're looking at about 22,000 children for vision and hearing, and they only have a staff of 5 full-time employees that do mass screenings plus all of the other required follow-ups, which is why they've reached out looking for help. The hope was that if the Lions could take over the vision, then that group of 5 can focus on doing the hearing in mass, and then expand from there. But it's just the fact that we've got twice as many kids this year. And at the rate the schools are staying closed.
And forgive my asking, but what happens in the follow-up from that? On average, it's about 20% failure.
So what's interesting is that most of the clubs that I've found that are using the spot screeners are using it as a pass-fail mechanism. So John has actually figured out how to extract and use the database feature that's within those machines. And he actually, when he does like Norcross, he'll take that data and turn it into letters that go out to the families. It's like after the fact, he'll send it back to the schools, and each class is handed their stack that not only tells the parents that there was, they found an issue, but it actually says, take this letter with you to your eye doctor, and it tells them exactly what the machine read.
Just make sure you get permission first.
Well, like I said, this is something John's been doing with Norcross for years. This is a relationship he has with them.
It's
So
a real play.
I understand. So I would be just, like I said, what they're doing on the county level is pass fail. Now, what the county does, what the staffers do with it now, I couldn't tell you because I've not seen that in person.
It'll actually give you a refraction.
That's what John's told me.
A lot of different little features to it, but you don't want to go down that road unless you're, controller.
Yeah. No. So, that is all.
All right, thank you, Lion Catherine.
You're welcome.
Lion Pete, we have a zone meeting here on October the 26th, is that correct?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's, we're going to have our 4 clubs here. The Lawrenceville Lions Club, the Norcross Club, the Norcross Latino Club, and the Atlanta Ariane Korean Lions Club. So we're going to have everybody here, and I got to find out how many we're going to have, and so we should have a pretty good turnout with 4 clubs attending. I've got our region chairman coming, Roger Osaki. I've asked our LCIF coordinators, yeah, both of them to come. We'll see if they can show up. And I've got a great speaker coming that night. So I think it's going to be a very interesting program that we have. So I hope that we have a good turnout of Lawrenceville Lions that night. And Steve, you're welcome to come through if you don't have anything else to do. But I know you got a plate full.
You can always come virtually, Steve.
That's right.
Speaking of the Ariane Club, Pete, you had a conversation with them just recently, and they asked about a Christmas party?
I did. I had their secretary to contact me today, and he's wondering about the clubs in primarily this area, and it would be probably in our region here, having Christmas parties. And they would like to come and, you know, be with, you know, different clubs. So I told him normally, I think Snellville has one, Loganville Legacy Club has one. I don't know about Buford, but I told him that I'm pretty sure that we would be having one. We hadn't had one the last couple of years because of COVID and stuff. So we've got our own building here, and so they would like to join us if, and I'll put that in the form of a motion, just letting you know that they'd like to come and enjoy it. Steve, were you over at the Statham thing last Saturday? I think it was last Saturday. They have a festival every year.
We were down in Centerville for district governor training that weekend.
They were over there, and you were at the charter night, right? And the ladies that were there dancing, they came and danced that night, so that was cool. And they had some food that they prepared and was selling, and so you know,
A couple of the State of Lions, I saw them at our meeting, and they mentioned about them being there, the dancing and everything else. They were blown away.
So you're making a motion that we hold our Christmas party at our traditional time and invite the Ariane Club and the other clubs in the zone to come and join us.
well, I haven't asked any other clubs. He contacted me, could they join us? Now, I don't know what Norcross, if they has a Christmas party or not, I really don't know. But I'm just talking about what he asked.
Okay.
Could they join? And I don't know about any of the other clubs, but, you know, as far as our club, that's what I'm putting it, you know, would y'all mind welcoming them and inviting them to come and join us for a Christmas party?
All right, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, Don seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposition? Hearing none, the motion carries, and they are thusly invited to our Christmas party.
Whenever that is.
I think they want to get out and be a part of not just the district, but, you know,
You
in
have
our
asked how
area.
many play golf, right?
I don't think
They all play
Jason
golf.
might, but I will
They're
ask
Korean,
him.
good God, they all play golf.
You look at the members of the trophy club.
Uh-huh, that's what,
Yeah, the ones
Get
driving
out of
on
my
the
head.
sidewalk.
yes, I'm okay with that. It's not my sidewalk. Yeah, we need them playing in our tournament. I got spots to fill. 40 to be exact.
I will
need
reach
40
out to him
golfers.
tomorrow. That's a good idea.
All right, and were you gonna make a point of order, Tom?
Point of order, when we have a motion after the second, then you have discussion.
That's true.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. I messed that one up.
I don't think anybody would change the vote, just point of
No.
order.
All right, I think we've reached the end of everything on the agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Point of order.
Okay, Lion Bill.
I would like to turn the floor over to Lion Catherine.
And I would like to hand out dessert
Oh,
because someone who shall remain not nameless, Lion Brian, just celebrated a very big birthday. And I also know the same said Lion likes peanut butter and chocolate. So he gets a very special cupcake, but I have an assortment from the beautiful folks at the Cupcake People, everything from vanilla with vanilla to lemon to strawberry to pancake and bacon.
wow.
German chocolate cookies and cream, you name it, I got it. So Brian's the only one that got that was the last peanut butter chocolate, so I
Thank
snagged
you,
that for you.
thank you.
So I'll pass this around and you guys can pick what you want.
So do we have to sing happy birthday?
We can certainly sing happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
Happy
which one.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, shucks, thank you, thank you,
Oh.
thank you. Thank you so very much.
Vanilla, vanilla.
I see the problem, I will try and get it
Lemon,
fixed.
strawberry, red velvet, lava,
For some
salted
reason,
caramel, banana
you
pudding,
weren't on
cookies
that
and cream, and
distribution list. I'll try and
German
fix that,
chocolate.
I'm sorry.
Oh, then I'll take it down.
Okay.
What I was trying to find out, if I could hear it. All right. What I found out is I'm getting a delayed,
Which one's the bacon?
Bill took it.
Okay,
That's red velvet, that's chocolate lava.
all right, thank you.
I have red velvet, strawberry, lemon,
red velvet.
red velvet's right there.
Somehow I knew he was gonna take the red velvet.
What I find out
Someone's
is
throwing their trash on our table down
that I'm getting
Ugh.
not so much feedback, but I'll speak and then it's coming back into my ear about 2 seconds later.
I gotta try the banana.
Where I wouldn't have that problem if I
Are
was
they,
in my
are they dried
house.
out? Are they
Right.
good?
No, good.
No, they're
Okay.
good.
Yeah, moist.
Understand, I don't know how we can solve that, but we'll work on it. Have you seen these?
What's yours?
Earbuds?
Yes,
The bacon and the.
they're wireless, they
Bacon.
only cost like $20 now.
For what?
Earbuds.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are they
So-
both?
so that you can listen, or maybe you can do it through that thing too, but you can listen through your phone.
I'd have to set it up to do that,
What'd you get?
Banana pudding,
just like with
because why not?
these hearing aids to that, I gotta be able to, set it up and connect to it.
Let's see, there's some left if Angela would like one. Welcome to take one.
I'm sure.
I'm sure, but.
Thank you, Catherine, this is so thoughtful, thank
These are-
you.
These are wonderful for watching
Let her
TV.
know what's coming.
Mm.
That's what I do
So
with
that
this.
Steve doesn't need it.
I got a
Snack on the way home.
little thing that sits at the TV, plugs in the TV, and all I gotta do is turn it on back here. Judy can turn it down, I can turn it up.
Well, Brian,
Just by
I do
this.
apologize. I had every intention of baking and making you something homemade. So
Oh. Well, 40 is next year.
there you go. There you
There's
go.
always next year.
There's always next year. No, I did a carrot cake for my mom's 75th over the
Are
weekend.
these special needs?
Mm-mm.
Are they Catherine special?
No, they're not.
The ones we had from Foggy Bottom, they were special needs.
Yeah. This is from the Cupcake People.
They're delicious.
Little
They are.
family-run spot, conveniently located in front of the LA Fitness. I'm like,
That's working.
exactly. I'm like, okay.
You're gonna get worked out.
Brian, you talked
Earned
to
that
Kathy
cupcake.
That's right.
Schrader?
She is, she and her husband have COVID.
Mm.
Oh, no.
Great.
Yeah, they're in good shape. It's they're almost asymptomatic. It's more like a
Just
side
another
effect.
obstacle for them.
You're right.
Man.
So they're almost at the point where they can open and then they get this COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everybody knows, Kathy McMillan broke her wrist in March.
Oh,
So we need to do a better job of communicating with people.
Yeah.
Her last day of therapy is our golf tournament day. She seems to be okay now, but,
Run alongside the truck on the way home.
so what, Bill?
I meant to run alongside the truck on the way home after that.
mm.
I was thinking today, renew my membership for LA Fitness. But I guess if the cupcake place is in front of it,
That's all.
Well, you don't have to come all the way to Lawrenceville to go to LA Fitness.
I've been going to the one in Buford
Mm-hmm.
at the mall, near the mall. Right by the Provinos and the Bonefish Grill.
Provinos,
Steak and Shake.
Yeah,
Provinos.
the Krispy Kreme.
And Provinos.
That Krispy Kreme isn't as good to me.
All right, that was fine.
Really?
Every time the times I've stopped there, it just, I don't know.
I grew up on Krispy Kreme.
I did too. So I know all things of how they should taste, and those don't taste right.
I think the one in Pleasant Hill is better.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep, if you hit it in the morning.
Andrew, great job, buddy.
Well done,
You did
Andrew.
good.
Thank you guys. No problem.
Well, I grew up on Chamblee Tucker Road, like literally 4 houses away from 85. We called it the plant, sat at the corner of Buford Highway and Shalford. The thing was massive. And that's where all the fundraisers, everybody had to go there. Oh yeah, you could smell it. And,
All the time.
I had a bakery right in Bogart,
oh,
Benson's.
There's a Krispy Kreme bakery in
The
Bogart?
wind blows just right.
Put it here.
Yeah, they make me that night.
Bogart's obviously bigger than I thought.
it was one of those things, when I was in college, I worked one summer at Publix, and I worked early in the morning, and come in and the bakery had been there for a couple hours, and the smell of bread, and first thing in the morning, still can't find bagels worth a darn here.
Good luck.
My dad worked for Rainbow Bread, which is the equivalent of a Wonder Bread.
Mhm.
Right.
And we lived like less than 2 miles from the plant. So my paper route was right there where the bakery was. And man, about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the thing was fired up. It was wonderful. And then of course, the Krispy Kreme was just a little bit further down, and it was open 24 hours.
That's dangerous.
So whenever I took a friend to help me with my papers, we made it to the Krispy Kreme.
Yep.
Our paper out up north, in the middle of winter especially, was, after the last stop, was a little family-owned donut shop, bakery.
Oh,
And, you know, frozen beef, whatever else, hot chocolate, and that was just the perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody tried Ray's Donuts?
Mm-hmm.
He must have worked at Krispy Kreme, because to me, they're just.
It's really?
They're yeast
I
raised.
don't think I've ever had just like the plain. I've always gotten the.
I always get the glazed.
Yeah.
I'm just hooked on those glazed. It's
Well.
like
Does anybody
bread.
know how the name Tail Twister got its name?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be like Aretha Franklin?
Just came across, no, this is a serious one.
You got the list of those?
Actually, I'll give you 2 things.
No.
So we all know Melvin Jones founded Lionism, right?
Right.
What year was he officially recognized as the founder of Lions International?
Who's this now?
Melvin Jones.
Officially recognized
As
as,
the
As the
founder of
founder.
Lions International?
Huh.
What year?
1925?
1917.
That's what I thought of, but.
1958.
Really?
Whoa.
He was not recognized as the founder of Lions International until 1958.
Wow.
So the Tail Twister,
Aha. New animal.
Take it away.
You can use that
book called The
again.
World's Biggest Doers. The 1949 history of the Lions describes its origin story as recounted by Lions founder Melvin Jones. Quote, "One Saturday afternoon, 3 or 4 of us were discussing this matter of putting pep in the meetings. One fellow who had been born on a farm said what we needed to do, well, used to be done on the farm. When a cow refused to go through the gate, someone would grab her by the tail and twist. We all laughed, but one of the boys said, why isn't that a good name, Tail Twister? In fact, it really, it's
Love
stuck.
Except for the cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
By the way, just for technicality, Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right.
Second, third.
Any discussion?
Well,
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
I.
All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it above the nose, we are adjourned.
Sure.
Thank you, Brian.
Brian just wants it, well, there's not another one like that.
No. That was an original.
Was it good?
It was very good, thank you.
I told Bill if I got, as I said, I don't know if they're gonna have any when I get to the bakery. I said, if they don't, you're gonna be at Publix buying chocolate cupcakes and I'm gonna be figuring out how to make peanut butter buttercream. Cause I was
Think you
not
can
gonna
buy-
show up here empty-handed.
I think you can buy peanut butter cream at Publix.
Yeah, but it's kind of like when I
I know.
made the cakes for my parents. They both love cream cheese icing. Well, cream cheese icing in a can sucks.
Yeah, it does. You have to do that home.
It's still better than none.
But I did have when you called, I had my eye on a Reese's ice cream machine.
Oh,
You didn't tell me that.
well,
That'd have been messy.
it would have been good though.
Would have been good. So.
No, this was perfect. I